and learn something insightful that will help his or business growth. This is a 1-hour program, and by 11:30, the studio line will be opened for you to join the conversation and also ask your questions. If you Google top 5 money books by Nigerian writers, you will see that Dangote's 10 Commandments on Money is number 1. The same book was rated as one of the best development books in the world by Wall Street Journal, which is the biggest and highest circulating newspaper in the United States of America. The same book was also here in Nigeria, adopted as a workbook for grooming entrepreneurs by Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency of Nigeria, SMEDA, a federal government agency in charge of small and medium businesses in Nigeria. The first book ever to be adopted by the agency. The author of this very important book is my guest this morning, Mr. Peter Nosike. Say hello to the listeners.
Hello, listeners, and good morning.
Okay, the topic of discussion this morning says key factors that determine success in entrepreneurship. We're going to look at investments and keys to success in every business. Key factors to determine investment in entrepreneurship. So we're going to start by defining the word investment.
Good morning once again. In the last 2 weeks, we talked about branding. Branding, that's how to brand yourself and how to brand your product. So today, we are going to talk about investments. We are going to talk about investment, the things that comes into investment. So you don't just get money and throw it into anything. There are factors that determines where to invest and when to invest. So number one thing, when you are talking about investment, or the first thing that comes to your mind is your age. Understand me?
Okay.
Age, because where a 20-year-old man should invest is not where a 30-year-old man should invest. And where a 30-year-old man should invest is not where a 50-year-old man should invest. That's why we talk about short, medium, and long-term investments. If your age is not on your side, you don't have to do long-term investments. If age is not on your side, you don't have to do long-term investments. Understand? So, because in the world, I have said it on this program, that every human being has 3 circles. And this will determine where to invest. Understand me? Every human being in the world, we all have 3 circles. And the first circle is age 1 to 29.
Okay.
Age 1 to 29. This is the age of sowing. This sowing includes going to school, learning work. Understand me? That's learning, acquiring skills. This is the first circle of human beings, from age 1 to age 29. And even in the Bible, you can see that after the age of 12, Jesus Christ went missing and never appeared till age 30 when John the Baptist announced him. Understand me? So that was the years of acquiring knowledge, years of acquiring skill, years of acquiring education, that age 21, age 1 to 29. Then the next age is 30 to 59. This is the age of reaping. Age 30 to age 59 is the age of reaping. When you sow, you reap. So you sow from age 1 to age 29. Then reap from 31, that's 30 to 59. Then from 60 upwards is age of giving back. So I'm talking about the 3 circles of every human being. The age of sowing, which comes between 1 to 29, the age of reaping from 30 to 59, then the age of giving back. But it is not everybody that meets this age. Understand? Just like even Abraham missed it. Even Abraham missed it. So Abraham was not blessed in the morning, he was blessed in the evening. Because he has gone beyond the age of giving back before that he has gone beyond the age of sowing and reaping before he became rich.
Okay, so what do we say about those, like you said, the reaping stage is from age 20
No, 30
to 59. Okay, but some people within that age of 30 to 59, they're still starting their lives.
That's why I say it is not everybody that meets this standard.
Okay.
Just like the KFC is a very popular eatery. That's a Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's a very popular eatery all over the world. Or the founder, Colonel Sanders, did that when he was 65. Understand me? Which means he too was in the age of giving back when he was starting. But what we want to talk about today is investment and keys that determines success in investment. So I say, for you to invest, first of all, your age is very important. So, but you have to ask yourself, what is the purpose of this investment? Purpose. What is the purpose of this investment? What do you want to achieve? So when you know all the purpose of what you want to achieve in your investment, the next thing now comes: will it be a short-term investment, a medium or a long-term investment? Will it be a short-term investment? Will it be a medium-term investment, or will it be a long-term investment? Then how much do I have?
Okay.
How much you have is going to depend on where the area that you will invest in. How much do I have? One, what is the purpose of this investment? What do I want to achieve with this investment?
And how much?
What is my age? I have said where a 30-year-old man invested in is not where a 50-year-old man should invest. Younger people should do long-term investments, while older people should do short-term investments. Then, how much do I have for this investment? I have heard people telling me, Peter, I have 1 million naira. I don't know where to invest it. You have not told me your age. Understand me? You have not told me your age. You have not told me or your purpose of investment. So you shouldn't expect any answer from me. Understand me?
Okay.
But if you tell me, Peter, I have 1 million naira. I am 30 years old. Understand? I have 1 million to invest, and my purpose is to get a return on my investments. I can have answer for you. So investment is dependent on your age and how much you have. So then, for investment is a risk. Investment is a risk. So you are, and they define an entrepreneur as a risk taker. An entrepreneur is a risk taker. So you are not just a risk taker, you are also a risk bearer. You are not just a risk taker, you are also a risk bearer. Because a lot of people who invested in lost their money. Understand me?
Yeah.
So as you are going into business, there's no 100% guarantee that you are going to succeed. So you must be emotionally strong to go into business. You must be emotionally strong to go into business. So you must have that spirit of what? Risk tolerance. You are not just a risk taker. You have to be a risk bearer. And you have to have that what is known as risk tolerance. That's able to tolerate that risk when it fails. Understand me? Because anybody that goes into business with the mindset, I'm going to become a millionaire or a billionaire tomorrow, it doesn't work that way.
Okay, so how can one diversify his or her investment portfolio to minimize risk?
You have to first of all start investing before diversifying. Understand me? You have to first of all start investing before you talk about diversifying. Diversifying simply means not putting all your eggs in one basket. That is what diversifying means. Not to put all your eggs in one basket. But you have to have an egg. Understand me?
Yeah.
Before you begin to look for different baskets. So the issue, and in this that's on this program, I have also talked about maybe choosing a career. And I said that a career that you want to choose in your 30s should also be a career that you can continue when you are in your 60s. Because I know now, I understand somebody who chooses to be a boxer. You can box in your 20s, you can box in your 30s, you cannot box in your 50s. So what happens when you get to your 50s? Understand me?
Yeah.
What happens when you get to your 50s? Maybe you've chosen to be a footballer. You can play in your 20s, you can play in your 30s, you cannot play in your 50s. So that's when you want to choose a career. Choose a career that you can do when you are also in your 50s and 60s, because with medical technology, people are now living longer than before. Understand me? Yeah. People are now living longer actively than before. On Thursday, I think Pa Ayo Adebanjo was buried. He was buried he died in his 90s. He was super mentally until he died. Understand me? He was super mentally until his death. So now, if you choose a career that stops at 40, what happens between you are 41 to maybe 90? So this is what we should consider. This is also part of the question we should ask ourselves when we want to invest. What is the purpose of my investment? That the purpose is, what do I want to achieve? Understand? Is it money that I want to make money, or to leave this business for my children and grandchildren? This should form the purpose of the investment.
Okay, sir, apart from making money and living for your children, is there any other purpose anyone needs to have in mind when investing?
Investment, even, or the main thing is even security. The main thing is security. If you don't know when, where, and where and how your afternoon meal will come, you'll never be happy. So investment means security. That when you are down, you have something to rely on. Understand me?
Yeah.
Salary is not an investment. Understand me? Because when your employer stop paying, you are down and out. Investment simply means that I don't have this, but I have where I can go and pick it up. So it gives you that security. It gives you that confidence. Understand? So it's not just because of money. People who buy shares in companies, who invest in companies, when they are down, they can sell their shares and recoup. So investment is basically security. That's saving for the future.
Okay, sir. Is insurance policy also part of investment?
But let me shock you now. Insurance people are trained not to pay.
Wow.
Understand me? When they come and preach, they are trained not to pay. They pay out of frustration.
So why is that?
Insurance people are trained not to pay. So when they come and preach to you, just a life insurance, be paying 1,000 naira every month. When that person dies, they'll have to keep on looking for what killed that person so that they will not pay you.
Wonderful.
Understand me? They are not happy when they pay. They have to make sure that they turn everything inside out to see how they can push that blame to you. So it's, when they cannot, they will now reluctantly pay you. Understand me? So no matter how sweet they talk, insurance people are trained not to pay.
Okay, this is VOP 90.3 FM, and you're listening to Saturday Business Roundtable with Mr. Peter Anosike, and we're discussing about the key factors that determine investments, success in investments, and he talked about age. You must know your age first, know where you fall before going into investments, whether you have to go for a long time or short term investment. You also have to know your purpose, know what you want to achieve, and also know how much you have to invest before thinking about investment. Mr. Peter, go ahead.
Yeah, so the or your financial muscle is very, very important. When MTN came to Nigeria, that was 2001. Shares then were 100,000 naira. That's when Pascal Dozier brought MTN to Nigeria. Shares then were 100,000 naira, and at that time only few people can afford it. So if you can't afford it, you cannot invest in MTN. And those who invested became millionaires because MTN became a money spinner. Understand me? MTN became a money spinner. When MTN was coming into Nigeria, many people did not want to invest because before then we have our telecom company. People were saying if government that has all the money cannot run telecom, how can individuals do it? Do you understand me? Yeah. If government cannot run telecom, because we have our own Nitel, understand me? We have our own Nitel, which was a failure. So people were saying if government that has money cannot run telecommunication, how can individuals run it? So many people did not want to invest in MTN. So Pascal Dozier has to go and beg his friends. They came and they invested. And again, in 1994, when Amazon started, many people did not want to invest on it. They were thinking, how can you sell book online? Understand me? How can you sell book online? So at that time, Amazon share was $10. Only those who wanted that to take risk invested on Amazon. Understand me?
Yeah.
That time, a share that was going for $10 started going for $3,000. So imagine somebody who has bought that share in 1994 for $10, and that share the value become $3,000. So if you had just bought 100 shares only, you have become a multi-millionaire. So it is a risk. Understand me?
Yeah.
And it can succeed, it can fail. That's why I say you must have what is known as risk tolerance. You are not just a risk taker, you must also be a risk bearer. It's just like somebody who go to China to import goods. His container might fall into the ocean. And if you don't have that heart, the person can commit suicide. And the many have committed suicide.
Exactly.
Understand me? So when you are investing, you must be in control of your emotion, that anything can happen. Understand? That's why before you invest, the question to ask yourself, number one, is what if?
What's it?
What if this business falls? What if this company falls? Understand me? What if I did not recoup my investment? If you answer this question first of all, then you can now start to invest. When we were in secondary school in those days, we even formed the what if this is yes, could not understand me. Then if you ask us that to borrow you money, we first of all ask us for what if you don't pay, what we would do? Do you have things that we can seize?
Wow.
Understand me? Do you have things that we can seize? Or will beating you be enough? Understand me? So we must answer that question before borrowing you that money. Understand me?
Yeah.
So the same thing with the investment. Ask yourself, what if this investment did not turn out right? In 2001 to 2002, some people called me when that communication was sending shares. People come to me and ask me, should I buy that sat? Should I buy that sat? They know I'm saying this on air. AIT is part of that communication, because I don't say they said no. People ask me. I told them don't buy. I told them don't buy because I know the character of the owner of that communication. He was not even paying his workers, and you buy his shares. How can you recover your money? Understand? I told people don't buy, and today those that bought wasted their money. And when people ask me which shares would they buy, I tell them buy shares of businesses that are into daily needs. Daily needs. Dangote is the richest man in Nigeria because he is into daily need products. Understand me? Food. People must eat food. Petrol. People must put petrol in their vehicles. So any company that is into daily needs, understand me, must always survive. MTN people must recharge their phones on a daily basis. So when you think of where to invest, this is what should come into your mind. What is this company into? Understand me? Yeah. If they are not into daily needs products, daily needs services, it is a very big risk. Understand me?
Yeah.
And when people ask me which business would they go into, I will tell them, go into daily needs businesses. Understand?
Yeah.
One day I was going with my son. He told me, Daddy, this car has been here for more than 3 years. I told him, yes, somebody who sells pure water is richer than somebody who is selling cars. People must drink water on a daily basis. But you can buy a car, any car you are paying for parking space. In 1 year, you have not sold that car. So, but some people will tend to, I want to marry somebody selling cars, some girls. They think that people selling cars are rich. They are not rich. People who are rich are those who are into everyday businesses. That's where the money is. Understand?
Yeah.
People who are in everyday businesses. That's also why when I have told there's a lot of women, ladies, I say marrying a vulcanizer you are seeing is marrying somebody. It's better than marrying somebody in America who you don't see. Understand me? Marrying a mechanic in front of your company you are seeing is far better than marrying somebody in UK who you don't see. Because the vulcanizer, the mechanic, you know what he is doing. Understand me? Yeah. The person in America, the person in UK, you don't know what he is doing. He might be in jail. Understand me? Yeah. So in the same way, money is in that business that you make every day turnover. Now, this brings me to the issue of key factors to businesses. That's factors that determine success in business. It is still the same thing. Purpose. Understand? Purpose. Yeah. Where am I taking this thing to? Where am I taking this business to? What is going to be the destination of this business? That thing that people call the destiny. Destiny is a Latin word meaning a destination where you are going. So when somebody tells you that my destiny is being a footballer, my destiny is being an engineer, that person is wrong. Understand me? Okay. Your talent, your gift can be being an engineer. Then your destiny is where you are taking that thing to. Understand me? People keep on making these mistakes. My destiny. No. Your destiny is where you are going to. Your talent, your gift is what God put inside you. What makes you happy. So number one thing there is a destiny. That's where you are taking all the things to. That's an Igbo adage say a man who stands up knows where he is going. So if you are investing, you must know where you are taking that investment to. Understand me? Yeah. It shouldn't stop on the road. You are taking it that to somewhere. Then number two is a perception. Perception means a vision. Vision. You cannot achieve what you cannot see. Understand me? Yeah. You cannot become what you cannot see. Before Moses died, God called him to the mountain and said, Moses, see the promised land. Understand? See the promised land. It is what you see that you walk up to. You cannot walk up to what you don't see. So perception is very, very important. When you have the idea of where you are going to, it helps you to get to that destination. But when you wake up, you don't know where you are going to. Nothing. So number 3 is ability. Ability. When you have a purpose, this is where I want to take this business to. I'm already seeing the success in this business. That's perception. Then number 3 is ability to get to where you want to. Understand me?
Yeah.
Now, if you can see yourself if you want to go to New York, in your mind eyes, you can see yourself in New York. There must be ability to get to New York. So when there's a purpose, when there's a perception, and there's no ability, nothing can work.
All right, this is VOP 90.3 FM. Our currently on Saturday Business Roundtable show. The studio line is open. You can call in through the number 08036929933. You can also send us a message on WhatsApp via 08171756338. Who is my first caller this morning?
Good morning. My name is Chick. I'm calling from Alabama.
Okay, go ahead.
Mr. Amasik, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Most times I like listening to you, even when they are reading their news, even from this, and I like listening to you because you're a man that believes so much in your word. There's area I'm quoting you right, I'm quoting you wrong. A man of 40 or 50 or even 60 can go into farming if he has the money. Age doesn't matter in some businesses. I will tell you, Osadebe was a teacher. At the age of 50 something, he entered into music and died at the age of 90 plus. So most times, age doesn't stop person from doing some certain things. Like he said that look at your age or whatever. What am I saying? Like what people call entrepreneur in Nigeria is what we Igbos have been doing for years. If you talk of entrepreneurship, you can teach the world what is called entrepreneurship. It's what is called one boy, a bad boy. You have somebody 3, 4, 5 years to research you. So we have known that for years. At times some businesses, like intellectual properties that you're into now, they can take you anytime. The things can come anytime. You start writing, start doing whatever thing. At the age of 50, look at Elton John, sacrifice. Look at his age. So age doesn't stop somebody from achieving some certain things. So that's what I'm trying to contribute.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I want to respond. One, I say that if you want to invest, are you picking calls?
I'm hearing you.
Go ahead.
Okay, I say that we have a short-term, medium-term, and long-term investments, and that your age should determine the kind of investment that you will go into, because a lot of the time investment requires energy. Some investments requires energy. Some investments requires movement. Farming is both a short-term investment and a long-term investment. In farming, you can sow and reap in one season. So age is very, very important in investment.
But Mr. Amasik, I want to remind you, it can be a writer. You have made your studies, maybe in your 30s, 40s, or 20s. By 60s, you start offloading them. You can become a writer or a song or whatever. At the end of later days of your life, you start offloading them, putting them into writing or into whatever you want to put it. So those age doesn't matter. It can recover what you want to do, maybe at your younger age, maybe at the later age, when you feel that you're okay, I've made your fund is clear, you can start it. So continue that. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for calling. This is Saturday Business Roundtable. You can call on 08036929933, or you can send us a message on WhatsApp via 08171756338. Mr. Peter, please continue.
Okay, so I was talking about the key factors that determine success in entrepreneurship. So I've talked about purpose. I've talked about perception. I've talked about ability, which is that's potential. Then the next one is desire or passion. The next one is desire or.
Good morning. Oh, we lost the call.
So the next one is passion or desire. Understand? The desire, what you want, what wakes you up in the night. What wakes you up in the night? What occupies your thought? If success is what you desire, every time success will be occupying your thought more than any other thing. What the road to that success will always be whether you are lying down, whether or you are sitting down, whether or you are eating. How to achieve that success would always occupy your thought. It will trigger hunger in you. It will trigger discomfort in you. Understand me? So when you don't have a desire for something, you are not likely to achieve that. So there must be that passion. It is that passion that you not even wait for the day to break. You will wake up and begin to wait for the day to break. Understand? Yeah. So that is passion. Understand? For you to succeed, you must have passion for that thing that will lead to that success.
Okay, sir. There is a question here. Mr. SK from Egweda, he said, hello sir, please I need an advice. I invested in crypto for over a year now. Up till now, it keeps going down. Over 1.5 million just like that was lost. So what do you have to say to this person?
Well, one, in crypto, you must have somebody who knows it guiding you. You must have somebody who knows it. And many people claim to be crypto experts, but they don't know it. You must have somebody who knows crypto advising you, guiding you. Understand me? So that is the way to go about it. And again, crypto is not like sending rice and beans. It is a speculative market. It goes up and down. But you must have somebody who knows it that will be guiding you. Understand me?
Okay, so what are the benefits and risks in investing in stocks and cryptocurrencies?
You know, that's in VOP. 10 to 11 every Saturday, we have somebody who teaches tech. Who teaches tech in VOP 10 to 11 on every Saturday. So he knows it, he teaches it. Understand me? And for somebody that to come on air means that he is guaranteed. Understand me? He is not shaking. Understand? Yeah. So look for people who knows it to guide you. Then as I said, investment is a risk. Every investment is a risk. That's why I talk about you are not just a risk taker, you also be a risk bearer. You must have that risk tolerance in you. People go and buy a new car on their way, it will have an accident. So the world we find ourselves is risk. So we must have that risk tolerance. Yeah. So I want to continue with the keys.
Okay, sir. There is one more. He said, "Good morning to you all. Please, Mr. Anosike, I'm currently running a dry cleaning service, and by God's grace, I'm doing well with it. But please, I've been having this particular business in my mind since, that shoe business, which I'm targeting a particular amount of money so that I will go into it because I so much love that business. In fact, fashion as a whole, because I know there must be a time which I won't be able to do this laundry again, maybe because of age. So please, I need some advice. Thanks."
Well,
That's Godson from Sululere.
Shoe business can complement laundry business.
Okay.
And assuming I'm him, I can do that business perfectly well. I can use that laundry to sell my shoes. I can use that laundry to sell my shoes. Understand me? I will even bring those shoes to that my laundry shop. Excuse me, sir. This shoe will match this suit. Understand me? This shoe will match this suit. So I'm advising him, in any business, start small but think big. Understand? Start small but think big. So he can start with I don't know how much shoes are being sold in the market, but he can start by just bringing some shoes to that his laundry shop and begin to market those shoes to the owners of those laundries that he is doing. I once told somebody that the best place to send tires is in the filling station. When people come to buy to buy fuel, as they're out, when they look at those tires, they'll be looking at the tires that's in their own vehicle. That's what is known as association in business. Understand me? Everybody can always associate cars and tires. So when you take your tire into the market, it doesn't make sense. So if I'm him, I will use three shoes, and sell and for the suit.
Wow.
So then another one is so for me, I'm advising him to go into that shoe business, but let him put it side by side. When people are coming there to collect their suit, or God, this shoe will match this your suit. Understand me? This safari or whatever that you are wearing, this thing can go with it.
Okay, he sent a reply. He said, "Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been showing it to my customers as well gradually, but I'm just thinking of opening a shop for it in a different location entirely."
No.
All right,
it wouldn't
you got
go.
your answer.
It wouldn't go.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so we're talking about so I've talked about desire, that's passion. Somebody said, if you want to succeed as much as you want to breathe, you will succeed. If you want to succeed as much as you want to breathe, you will succeed. So the next that's talking about desire. Then the next one is laws, that's principles. The next one is principles. There's a saying that God did not only create the world, he also created the laws that govern the world. Mathematics, board mass. You cannot succeed in arithmetic if you don't know your board mass. So every business has its own board mass. For you to succeed in that business, you must know the laws governing it. Understand me? Excuse me.
Sorry.
That's what is known as trade secret in any business. And for you to succeed in that business, you must know those trade secrets. That's why money is not the first thing that is needed in business. It is knowledge.
Okay.
Money is not the first thing that is needed in business. It is knowledge. If you get all the money in the world and you don't have knowledge of the business that you want to go into, and you don't want to employ people who understands the laws governing that business, that money will go. So you must be able to know the laws governing the business that you want to go into. That is the principles of that business. What makes you succeed in any business is obeying all the principles of that business. Even if it's shoemaking, if it's driving keke, even if it's understand me. So you must know the laws governing that business. Then the next one is strategy. Strategy is planning. They say anybody who refuses to plan has planned to fail. Understand me?
Yeah.
So there's nothing that you can achieve without
Without planning.
planning. So there must be a strategy. A strategy is the steps that will guide you into achieving what you want to achieve. That's what a strategy means. The steps that will guide you into achieving what you want to achieve. You cannot achieve anything when you don't have a strategy. You cannot achieve anything when you don't have a strategy. So a strategy is one of the key factors that determine a business. And strategy means the steps that will help you to achieve a thing. Then the other one is influence. That's people. People. For you to succeed in anything you are doing, there must be people. There must be people. And this is where character comes in. Understand me? There must be people. Then how do you treat those people? If you are in service, you are servicing people, how do you treat those people? This is where influence comes in. Influence. And what does influence means? Somebody leaving what is important to him and doing your own. That is what influence means. Somebody leaving what is important to him and doing your own. On Sundays, people will leave what is important to them and go to church. That's the influence that God has over them. Understand me? Yeah. So influence simply means leaving what is important to you and doing that of the another person. So when you don't have influence in business, you will not succeed. There are situations that you go to a market to buy something. The person that you want to buy from has not opened his or her shop. You sit there and begin to wait for the person that to come. Or you check where his number is written and begin to come. I'm at your shop. Where are you? That is influence. Because he's not the only one that is sending that thing. You can easily go to another person and buy it from. But because of the influence he has on you, that influence is not juju. It is customer service. Understand me?
Yeah.
It is customer service. It is treating your customer very well. That's what gives you influence over people. And when you treat them well, they will always come to buy from you. They will continue to refer people to you. That is influence. Then another one is commitment. Another one is commitment. Then being able to focus on what you are doing. Being able to keep on doing it. Not you do today and tomorrow you rest, the next day you continue. Understand me?
Yeah.
turning that thing into a habit, making that thing to become a part of you. That is commitment. Understand? On many occasions, I have told people that it is not love that makes marriage to succeed. It is commitment.
Okay.
It is not love that makes marriage to succeed. It is commitment. And commitment is everybody doing what he or she is supposed to do. That's what commitment means. Doing what you are supposed to do. If a man is in love with his wife and is not providing for his wife, that marriage will break. Understand me? So it is commitment that makes business succeed. It is commitment that makes business succeed. Then perseverance. Perseverance, that's our ability to endure. Understand me?
Yeah.
Ability to endure. Everything struggles at the beginning. Nothing works that's at the beginning. Nothing on earth works at the beginning. So anything that you are going to struggle. You are going to struggle. Success, victory is a product of a battle. Understand me? Yeah. Every victory comes through what? Battle. There can never be victory without a battle. So there can never be any success when there's no perseverance. So perseverance simply means having that ability to endure, to keep on working until success comes. Because there's nothing like overnight success. Understand?
Yeah.
Money may come easy, but money may come quick, but it doesn't come easy. There's nothing like easy money. Understand me?
All right, if you're listening to this program, this is Saturday Business Roundtable, and our time is almost up. Our topic today, as we've been discussing, said key factors that determine investment success in entrepreneurship. I'm actually going to run down, do some summary of everything we talked about today. It said you must check your age first. Know your age range before you can invest. Know whether you have to invest on a long-term or a short-term investment. You must know your purpose, what you want to achieve. How much do you have? Your financial muscle is very important. Be a risk taker and also a risk bearer. Ask yourself, what if, before investing. Also, our analyst talked about investing on companies that provide daily needs. Know your destination. That is your destiny. Your vision. Where are you going to? Achieve what you can see. Have the ability to get where you want to. Know your desire before investing. You also need to know about the principles and laws that govern a particular business before going into that particular business. Also have the knowledge of the kind of business you want to go into. Plan and strategize. Also have influence. That is where your character comes in. Know how to follow your customers and also have a commitment to your business. Have perseverance as well, the ability to endure. We've actually come to the end of our show today. I want to appreciate everyone that have been listening, those that joined the conversation, those that were calling, but the studio line was actually cutting off the call. It's not our fault. We're very sorry. And thank you for staying with us. And to my analyst, Mr. Peter, thank you for being part of this wonderful show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
I remain your host, Faithfulness Moke. Stay tuned for World News at 12. Do not touch that dial.